What modern social trend pisses you off the most? Glorifying celebrities and treating them like gods. Like, I understand being a fan of someone, but you don't have to create an entire livelihood around them or try to emulate them. This is also how people get into positions of power when they shouldn't be. It's one of the things I've never really understood about Reddit. Reddit absolutely worships celebrities, such as Keanu Reeves, Danny DeVito, etc. I understand why someone would respect entertainers, but building one's entire personality around them just seems weird to me. Public grieving and berating those who don't grieve publicly. When Chadwick Boseman passed away, people were hounding his co-stars regarding their responses. When Malik B of The Roots passed away, Questlove actually found out by being spammed on Twitter by a bunch of strangers. Imagine finding out one of your closest friends died because random strangers wanted an immediate response from you. Making young children into social media stars. It's fine to share pictures of your kids with friends, but aggressively documenting and marketing your family life for the public at large is creepy. Whenever I see toys at Walmart about that Ryan kid, I just get sad and hope he's as happy as he's portrayed on the box, because I don't think he is. The reaction that provokes on me is more cringe than pee me off, but I am sick of the XXXX react to why videos. It's just so embarrassing to see these people acting out a reaction just to satisfy the actual consumers of the product that is being reacted upon. Then you'll have reactions to the reactions on those reactions. Mind-boggling. How everything needs to be on social media. I have to explicitly say to family members, please don't put this on social media at family events, etc. As an example, trying to post that I had gotten engaged on Facebook before I'd even got to tell close family and friends who weren't actually there. Then getting defensive when you say, can you not post that please? I think that's what annoys me more. The entitlement of people. Like they have the right to post it, and how dare you tell me not to? Legal or not, I really don't think people have a right to publish recorded content featuring my face or anyone else they want. I'm just so glad the licking things at the store trend is over. It is over, right? Please tell me that's finally done. The guy who licked the deodorant at the start of the pandemic got charged with terroristic threats as far as I know. The celebration of bad attitudes, habits and toxic traits. People would rather be praised for being a villain than to be obscure. People would rather give praise to a villain than to spend a moment not entertained. Went on a date last year with a very book-smart woman who seemed like her ability to be savage was the trait she was proudest of. Weird experience. Hope it's just a phase for her. Letting little kids have social media, unsupervised. They are not equipped to handle any of it. So many conflicts spawn out of it. To be honest, most adults cannot handle social media. This obviously hasn't been as big a deal for the last year or so, but the lack of basic etiquette around invitations or even just making plans. People feel absolutely free to not respond until the last minute while waiting for something better to come along, and they don't think it's rude to cancel last minute or just not show up without letting you know. I learned that if you respond positively to invitations and then show up on time, you get invited to a lot more things. It's a pretty good strategy if you like getting invited to things. Family vloggers horrify me. The concept of exploiting your children's lives for views is particularly awful, and because it's a relatively new concept, there are no real laws around child labor or exploitation concerning it. There are YouTubers out there right now who live in mansions worth millions of dollars that they got from shoving a camera in their toddler's face and demanding them to perform for strangers. I can't even imagine the psychological repercussions this will have on these kids in the future. Ah yes, I remember the whole Daddy-O5 situation. Advertising slowly taking over every single aspect of our lives. I'm not really exaggerating when I say over 90% of the mail and phone calls I get are junk or scams. Data we generate simply by being online being sold to the highest bidder without any real way of stopping it, which in turn fuels more ads. When shopping more than once at a larger grocery store, congrats, You now get suspiciously tailored coupons mailed and emailed to you even though you don't remember ever giving them your addresses, meaning it's probably linked to your credit card and banking info. The internet is great for knowledge if you look in the right places and allows discovery of fascinating things, but it does sometimes feel like we sold our souls to somebody for it. Me buys from Amazon a specific one-off item I don't plan on buying again for 5 to 10 years. Amazon, here's a bunch of ads for this specific item. You should buy some more. I've taken to doing any serious online research for bigger purchases on a secondary web browser in private mode so that Chrome won't as easily flood me with ads. How quickly misinformation spreads through social media. It's seriously a dangerous thing in society and it's pretty terrifying. 1. Everyone has a right to have a voice on the internet, but not everyone deserves a following authority influence. Just because you paid off your car doesn't mean you're qualified to become a financial coach. 2. Couples recording pranks on each other that are so painfully staged. It's the same super popular trends that are reproduced. Like, do you really need to act so shocked the 10th time your girlfriend pretends to strip in front of the camera but actually has clothes underneath her towel? Are you really that shocked? At this point I just block, but I just can't imagine people have that much time. 3. Recording people in need for clout. You can't just buy something now. Everything is a subscription. First it was just Netflix, then it was Dollar Shave Club. Now every TV channel is a separate subscription. Every household item wants to send it to you over and over again. Nothing is released physically, so the only way to watch a movie or check out a new album is to pay someone monthly. Services that were offered for free or one-time purchase are rescinded and now offered as subscriptions. It's so obvious that everyone and everything just wants to milk you as long and for as much as possible. And people just buy into it willingly. I know people who spend like $200 a month on crap that was free like 10 years ago. People are even offering themselves on a subscription base now. I can't believe how cool everyone is with watching all their money disappear all the time. Yep, I hate this. I recently got an iPad and I've been looking for different apps for things like planners, and it's so frustrating how everything is subscription based. I don't mind paying for a service or app, but I want to pay once, not lock myself into a monthly payment to use a freaking calendar or something. Social media influencers asking for free items unsolicited. Then when of course they decline, they threaten to, and in some cases do, leave bad reviews, forcing the company to have to respond to false allegations for no reason. I do like the companies who respond with that. Great. So happy to work with you. I see you have 20,000 followers. Buy a weekend with us and we'll give you a unique discount code you can give to your followers for 20% off. When 250 codes have been redeemed, we'll refund the cost of your weekend at our resort, or whatever. This is more work related, but it pisses me off how there is now a work culture of always being reachable by email or text for whatever happens. A lot of places expect you to be pretty much on call even when you're not at the office anymore. I worked at an ad agency where days off sometimes didn't even feel like that, because I would still be getting emails about things and was expected to be checking them. There should be some level of balance between work and personal life, and I feel like that is fading because it's becoming more and more socially acceptable to adopt this type of culture. In general, just the fact that people aren't allowed to be private anymore. All your devices hook up to the internet. Your smartphone tracks you in God only knows how many different ways. Every business wants you to sign up for a rewards account, so they can harvest your contact details. Heck, even my PC and game consoles will rearrange my desktop just to show me advertisements. And if that wasn't enough, people give you strange looks when you tell them you have almost no social media presence. No Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat, no Facebook. Not to mention how people just get this confused look on their face whenever I get mad at them because they took a photo video of me without my knowledge or consent and put it on their social media. Honestly, it shocks me to see how little people care that privacy is disappearing. Along with this, the right to be unavailable to people. You don't answer immediately, people freak out about it. Used to be, if you phoned someone and they weren't home, you would check back in the evening or tomorrow. I don't think it pisses me off, but it baffles me. Heavy social media presence by ordinary people. I can't for the life of me understand why I'd follow some random person I've never met. I have actual people in my life, and I'm interested in them. A couple of days ago, I first heard the term momfluencers. Freaking really? Why would I base my children's upbringing on the opinions of some twit whose main attribute is the fact that she has time to do this crap? I have minimal social media presence. Because why would anybody care to follow me? This isn't low self-esteem, it's just reality. I'm a completely normal, average person and I know it. I don't fool myself into thinking the world at large would benefit from knowing what I think or do on any given day. I don't know if social media creates narcissistic people, or if it just reveals them. Thanks for the awards. I don't know if social media creates narcissistic people, or if it just reveals them. It sure as frick does at least one of the two. I'd really rather not hear about how much money everyone either has or pretends to have. It's just depressing even though I know I should ignore it and focus on myself. Entertainment has eaten everything. Politics, personal relationships, sexual intimacy. The yardstick has become not how good are you at something but how good of a show are you putting on. Agreed. I know couples who are 100% only together to make each other's social media profiles look better. Everyone acting like experts on crazily complex topics because they either read a headline or one article that agrees with what they already believed. Taking Insta pictures and Snapchat stories of everything. Sure, your online persona will look like the cool kid, but people at a party who just lift up their phone to record every time something happens look hella dumb in my opinion. Just live in the moment. It's crazy how some regular people can't go a single day without posting IG stories showing everything that they are doing during the day. Entitled social media influencers who contact businesses and practically demand free goods or services in exchange for exposure. That people think their lives need to be viewed to be lived. It's like privacy and being private are considered repressive. People are always online, posting about their lives, and everyone wants validation about every aspect of their lives. Just freaking live em. Social media is a digital zoo. Influencers. I can't stand the term. It gives whatever dickhead thinks they are famous a feeling of superiority. Plus everyone seems to be an influencer and not actually engaging in proper life. GRRR. My wife and I sometimes play influencer, which is essentially narrating everything we do in an influencer vlog type voice. So if I'm just fixing myself some cereal, it would be hey goo eyes. So today I thought I'd just share our morning routine since so many of you keep asking about it. So, etc. It's great fun but also freaking annoying. 9/10 would recommend. Nobody is allowed to have hobbies anymore. If it's not a hustle you should be doing something else according to society. It's infinitely frustrating. When I get off work I'm going to play some dang video games and relax. I'm not going to worry about my side hustle. Spontaneous FaceTime calls. I'm in my goddamn undies, stop shoving cameras in my face. I remember sitting on a bus and some girl started FaceTiming her BF or whoever. He was lying prone on a bed without a shirt. Neither he or she realized that everyone behind her on the bus could see this dude just lounging like one of your French girls. TikTok, YouTube beauty challenges. Whether it's about normalizing something or accepting yourself, I feel like the majority of creators make those videos to show off how attractive they are. Social media posting equals life. This drives me bonkers. Why do people feel compelled to share every single detail about their life, or every thought that comes into their brain with the rest of their friends' followers? It comes off a desperate and sad emo. People recording themselves doing charitable acts like buying a meal or giving money to a homeless person. I can assure you that person does not want their face all over social media so you can get clout for being a good charitable person. Sure, do a good thing like helping the less fortunate, but you don't need to record it and have their face all over social media. Over-the-top pranks that involve staged violence or scaring passers-by seems like a surefire way to traumatize someone. I have PTSD and it's not fun. I always think of that possibility of someone with some sort of cardiological problem being pranked accidentally. People who film homeless people's reaction of being given food, or moe, or clothing. or whatever. The homeless have to take it, which is so demeaning to them being filmed, like their lives aren't hard enough. The fact that if you don't have Instagram and don't document your whole entire existence, you're nobody and don't have a life and live under a rock? Excuse me, but since I deleted social media accounts, my life seems way more fulfilling and enjoyable than having to worry about how many people views my story and liked my photo of what dirt I ate for breakfast. Agreed. One of my friends literally said I have no life for not posting stories on Instagram, and that's stupid. I hate the way social media has dominated everyday conversations. I have distanced myself from certain people because they'll actually reference their social media like it's a news posting. Me, hey, how have things been? Them, I got a new job, but it's been rough. I have been talking about it constantly on Facebook. You should look. Me, yeah, I'm done here. Every Tom, Dong, and Harry on the internet requesting me to create an account with an email and password just to access a page. No, Don is discount lawn furniture. I don't want to be part of your freaking mailing list, or subscribe to your Instagram or what the frick ever else. I just wanna check the price of a chair, and GTFO. Going on vacation for the evidence, not the experience. Social media has exposed every cool place of interest and hidden gem out there, which is cool in theory, but it just means that everything is now more crowded than it used to be, and instead of actually enjoying the experience, people are just interested in snapping their shots and moving on to the next target. I saw the Mona Lisa pre-covered and expected it to be a crowded mess, shuffling through a line for an hour to have 30 seconds to look at the painting. No surprise there, but it was depressing to see most people get to the painting, turn around and take a selfie, and move on without another glance. They only saw the painting through their phone screen. Using your real names, images, locations on social media. Gen Zers were told over and over again to never do this under any circumstances, and it made a lot of sense. Today's kids just post, here is a video of me, what I look like, where I live, and all of my stuff, and that's just asking for trouble. The implication that you have to be in a relationship to have worth or to be happy. I've spent my happiest days single. Non-stop consumption. Everything is designed to be consumed and then discarded. Nothing is well made and people act like you're insane for having a phone that is over 3 years old. On top of that, the modern attention span has been decimated and information goes into one ear and out the other, with nothing actually learned. How much we glorify being a workaholic. It seems like everyone is expected to be insanely passionate about their job, as if that's what they've always wanted to be, and they're so driven they always want to talk about how busy it makes them, how much they hustle, etc. It's to the point where it spawned that terrible life hack trend that just seems to be about freeing up time to work more. Like, must everything be so goddamn efficient? Sometimes I just enjoy staring out the window on my commute, or waking up slowly on a weekend morning or whatever, and it's perfectly okay to work a job you're just fine with in order to put food on the table and have access to health insurance, etc. Doing a stupid challenge that will end with one or more people injured, imprisoned, or worse. Examples: Tide Pod Challenge, Corona Challenge, Ice Cream Challenge, etc. Weddings have turned into expensive choreographed social media productions worthy of Busby Berkeley. These crap shows empty pocketbooks and ruin friendships. It's gotten to the point where bridesmaids and groomsmen are expected to shell out thousands of dollars and use up their vacation time for multiple trips, while regular guests are told what color to wear. It's madness. OMG, 100% agree. Also, if the first major decision you make as a couple is to put yourselves into debt, it doesn't bode too well for the future decisions you're gonna make. Rant time. Modern people, including most of the people I've dated, getting pee that I don't reply to them immediately. Why were you ignoring me, bro? I wasn't. I'm just not freaking addicted to my phone. People will be and moan about how I don't reply to them immediately, but if you put them all in a room, they can't look up from their phones to have a real conversation. Why did they ever freaking invent active statuses? It's so goddamn annoying to have people get mad at me because I used a calculator on my phone at work, and then people look to see that you were on your phone and immediately think you're ignoring them. I'm at freaking work. I didn't even notice your stupid freaking bubble. My phone is for my convenience, not yours. Anti-vaccination. When vaccines were first discovered or developed, or however you want to say it, they were mostly seen as a scientific breakthrough, a great success, the wonders of mankind's great power and ingenuity. Polio? What polio? But now, it is trendy for men to be now smarter than several years of research and hard work, to know more in 10 minutes on YouTube than someone who has dedicated years of their life to study what other people before then also studied for years of their life, and so on and so on. Years of human evolution, growth, study, breakthroughs, accomplishments, ground to a halt by some jackwagon with a social media account. Faking mental illnesses on TikTok. Like seriously, that crap needs to stop. It's not funny nor quirky. It's just very disrespectful emo. This is going to be super unpopular, but I can't get on board with those fail compilation things where someone is clearly crippled for life. Did anyone see that video where the guy skateboards down the banister along a flight of cement stairs, makes it to the bottom, hits the grass, and you figure, well, at least it's just grass, and then he crushes his head and neck along a cement pole? Man, I hope that guy isn't paralyzed. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.